From First Alert 4, this is a breaking news alert.
Oh my God! We're in a tornado!
Within the span of 5 minutes, no longer had a place to sleep at night.
We'd have had bad storms, but nothing like this here. The whole neighborhood is gone. You know, you see it on TV, but you'll never think it happened to you, but it can.
It's devastating. There's no, I don't think you can put it into words. Pictures, the videos don't do it justice.
Scenes so devastating that words and even these images fail to paint the full picture of the situation the city of St. Louis finds itself in tonight. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of First Alert 4. I'm Morgan Harris. Tonight, the long road to recovery is just beginning across St. Louis. Here's what we know right now about those deadly storms and the trail of damage left behind. The service says an EF-3 tornado hit parts of St. Louis City, leaving an extensive path of destruction. 5 people were killed and 38 others were injured. The city says more than 5,000 buildings were damaged or destroyed. Missouri Task Force 1 was called in right after the storms to help with search and rescue efforts. We have crews around the city showing us the impact of this deadly storm. We begin with our Russell Kinsall in North St. Louis. He's bringing us new details from city leaders this evening. Russell.
Right now, I'm standing at the city command post at Kings Highway in Delmar. Mayor Spencer and first responders just had an update just a short time ago. And here's what the main points were. The death toll continues to stand at 5. No names of those who died in the storm have been released, but they do tell us that they range in age from 32 to 82. Ameren says they've restored power to 73,000 customers, but there are still 66,000 without power. There are crews coming in from outside the area to assist. Right now, elected leaders are working on the paperwork to submit to the White House to ask for a presidential disaster declaration. That would be necessary in order to get federal help, financial help from FEMA. And lastly, Mayor Spencer said they've got a lot of organizations and groups that want to help, but it's a huge task trying to coordinate that, especially considering the fact that there's still power lines down, there's debris all over the place, and there are some trees blocking traffic. So right now, conditions aren't entirely safe.
You know, just thank the folks out. I mean, the heartwarming nature of what is happening is just truly, truly incredible. Thank you all. You know, I just can't say enough about the response here. Truly, truly, truly amazing.
While we were out earlier in the afternoon, we did catch up with members of the Missouri Task Force 1. They were at Neustadt and Margaretta, following up on the grid search done by the fire department last night. Everywhere we went, we saw power crews repairing downed or damaged electric lines. A number of streets still blocked by downed lines. The extent of the damage is just remarkable. Block after block after block of heavily damaged houses and businesses. We talked to the couple whose roof and walls to their second floor are just completely gone. The wife talked with us about being in the house when the storm hit. Her husband wasn't there at the time, but he told us about how his family has really come together, rallied around them, and taken them in and helping them after losing everything.
It's like, come on, here, get in the basement, everybody, come on. And as soon as we got in the basement, as we walking down the steps, we can just hear the whole house just falling apart.
They took us in, they brought us out there, said, get here. When we got there, we had mattresses, clothes, underwear, toothbrush, toothpaste. They just went and did it.
It's very heartwarming to hear stories like that about people coming together to help one another. We saw volunteers helping to clean up. Just incredible to see that sort of thing. I want to remind you that there's a lot of work left to do. The curfew is still going to be enforced tonight. It's still in existence. It begins at 9 p.m. and runs till 6 a.m., asking folks to stay home, stay off the roads tonight. Live in North St. Louis, Russell Kinsall, First Alert 4.
Certainly a lot of work ahead. Thank you, Russell. And while the city recovers, we're learning more about the 5 people who died after a tornado ripped through St. Louis. First Alert 4's Jordan Burrell joins us live near Carondelet Park in South City. She's telling us more about one man killed in the storm. Jordan.
Yeah, Morgan, I'm here in Carondelet Park where Juan Baltazar's wife says her life has been changed forever. She was here yesterday evening not to see the debris or all of the trees scattered on the ground, but to identify her husband. He was killed yesterday after a tree fell onto his car. He did die here at the scene. Juan Baltazar was the father of 7, 4 living in Mexico, 3 living here in the States. He was also a successful business owner. He operated a street corn truck El Mandalon. Rachel Baltazar, his wife, says she believes her husband was on his way home from the Lowe's on Grand. A friend was trailing him in a separate car when tragedy struck. The friend driving to the family's home and waiting for Rachel to arrive from work to tell her the news. When I spoke to her this afternoon, she says it's been overwhelming, trying to inform longtime customers, their family, but also trying to stomach this tragedy herself.
It's been rough. It's hard to process. And then it's just, you keep seeing it over and over again, and it's just, I don't know, it's really weird.
The family has started a GoFundMe for his funeral arrangements. We'll have more information on that within the First Alert 4 news app. Reporting live, I'm Jordan Burrell, First Alert 4.
All right, Jordan, just a heartbreaking story there. A woman killed when a North St. Louis church collapsed is being remembered as a dedicated member of the community. Family and friends tell First Alert 4 Patricia Pendleton was inside Centennial Christian Church when the storm hit. She's volunteering at the church at the time. Now, the worst of the tornado damage stretches across North St. Louis. First Alert 4's Elena Chappie continues our team coverage after talking to residents near Delmar Boulevard.
We're just right off of Delmar Boulevard in the Enright neighborhood where devastation has hit this area hard. And the man who lives in this home says he's just thankful to be alive. Curtis McMath is counting his blessings.
Oh yeah, I could be dead, So.
As he steps inside the place he's called home for the last 18 years.
I'm still standing, so it's the house,
Salvaging any memories he can, finding irreplaceable items.
To me, my brothers and sisters.
Curtis says before the devastation hit his Enright neighborhood,
The whole neighborhood is gone.
he was trying to prepare.
It was calm just like it is right now. Coming out, cover the windshield up. Before I could even get the cover on, the wind got so hard, I couldn't even get to the front door. It kept pushing me back out.
And now, like many others in the community, the cleanup process begins.
We're going to start doing some community cleanups and wellness checks on the people who were impacted.
Action St. Louis is gathering volunteers to help their neighbors in a time of need.
About 600 people signed up. There are over 100 people here today who are doing street cleans, so we're making sure that streets are clear, sidewalks are clear, we're cutting limbs, moving trash out of people's yards.
And for Curtis, the statue at his front door,
He's still standing. That's what we gotta do.
is a reminder that even through the storm, he's protected. As people continue to pick up the pieces, the recovery process will continue for the days, weeks, and months ahead. For now, in Delmar, Elena Chappie, First Alert 4.